Hey everybody. I know I was supposed to do a drawing this weekend for the buff, but I kind of got busy so I couldn't. And I was going to do it tonight and put it up. However, I had some oral surgery. I had a tooth extracted and I'm not feeling up to doing that right now. I don't want to delay it too much. If I can get it done this week, I will, and I'll post it up. Obviously, you'll know. Or if this is attached to the front end of a hike video from this coming weekend, then you know I didn't quite get to it. But I will get it done this week. Entries were closed on May 11th, so I won't take any other entries. I think there was only like a handful of entries, so good chances for everybody. Right. I just wanted to do a quick update, and I will see you when I do my drawing or when I'm on a hike. Good evening, everybody. This is Michelle. A little bit late on the drawing, but better late than never, right? I plan to go on a hike tomorrow, so I'm either going to tack this on to the end of this video, or it could be the beginning. But I know I had a giveaway to finish up. So, you get to see my messy desk now. So my giveaway was for this buff, the no, it's a mermaid, I believe is what they call it. So, I'm going to get that. So, I know you probably just saw that last video, or the beginning of the entire video. I was like, I can't video anything. I had oral surgery this past Monday. It's now Saturday. And I had a tooth pulled surgically, and I was really miserable the first couple of days, so I'm like, I'm just going to put off recording until my face looks somewhat normal. I really didn't puff up that much, but it was not fun. But I'm waiting for it to heal completely. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping I don't have trouble tomorrow up at elevation with it. So I picked a different cup this time. I picked a nice glass goblet to do my drawing with, and wrote down all the entries ahead of time, but this way you can see it. Just again, please do not pay too much attention to my messy desk. Does that mean it's genius at work? I don't know about that. So here's the entries that I have in no particular order that were entered on that last video that I called for entries. First one is Tatsumas 1 is Chris. Is the person's name? So I'm going to put them in there and put that mark. My next entry is Flame Dancer 44. I'm going to put that in there. My next entry is Dirkwind. There. Next entry is Yermo. That in there too. I have to tell you some news. REI started their sale, and even though I wasn't going to buy any more expensive gear, I was going to wait for maybe Santa to bring it. I couldn't pass up this deal because it was a good deal. So I ordered my my Garmin Explorer, which I will show you when I get that. I should get that at some point this next week. Okay, sorry, distracted. Next entry is Melanie Rose. Next entry is Diana Hammond. And last entry is Kelly Talent. Alright. Well, this isn't as big as the Angel's glass, so I'm going to have to do some mixing without looking, and yeah. I wish it was a little bit bigger. Alright, let's mix it up good and hopefully not. There's a cat in here, by the way, so if you see a cat hop up on the table behind me, it's Pip. It's one of my 3. Alright. Okay, so let me get a hold of one. Bring that up to the top. Maybe. Without grabbing 2. Alright, here we go. Alright. Let's see who the winner is. For the mermaid buff, the winner is Upside Down. Yermo! Yay! You've entered how many times and you finally won. So you get the mermaid buff of Yermo. Hooray, everybody! Awesome. Congratulations to Yermo. He's out here in Southern California somewhere. So just contact me probably on Facebook, because I know we've talked to each other, and I will send you the buff. Also, I've talked to Tammy, and somebody in one of those last videos actually requested of me to maybe interview her in a future video about her feelings about me going on this hike and other things. And I talked to her, and she's okay with it. She's a little bit like, well, what are they going to ask? I'm like, I don't know. And I don't know what questions necessarily to ask. So I'm going to ask you, what questions should I ask of her? And we'll pick like a handful of them and go with that, and we'll interview. It'd be interesting and something different. So feel free down below to say, hey, ask Tammy this question in your interview, and we'll see. Well, I'll probably ask most of them as long as they're not too repetitive. But either you just saw a hike or you're about to see a hike. So let's get to it. And if you have,
hey, that's pretty big. It
looks little, but it's big. It's like a bus. I wonder how many people fit in there.
I took my mom to the Honda Center. And
not that crowded this early in the morning.
And this, like, a lot of people think it's just
Brisk today. Again, it's about, I read it was like 49, 50 degrees up here at the tram. And I am in shorts and a t-shirt again. And it's perfect in the sun, but in the shade it's really cold. So as long as I keep moving, I'll be fine. Yeah, pretty soon it's going to just be warmer in the morning up here, but it's not bad. I don't expect to find any snow this trip, but it's going to be a good one. Nice. So my goal today is at least Round Valley. It's 2 miles. It's pretty steep in places, but yeah, we'll see. I might do the loop, except I don't have the map on me, so peak isn't too far. It's one of my goals. It's by the end of the summer to make the peak trail. So today will just be out and back. And then maybe the loop next time. Hey, good morning. And the ranger was telling me, because you have to get a day permit to do this, it's free, that there's a Willow Springs Trail or Willow Trailhead or trail that is has been closed, but it's open again. It had fire damage from 5 years ago, and that one you can actually take to the PCT and then loop around to Woman's Divide and then drop back down into Round Valley. So gosh, there's lots of stuff to explore this summer besides the peak trail. It's gonna be fun. And of course, I will take you along. Eventually, I want to camp at Round Valley or even Tamarack Valley campground and test some gear up here. Ooh, it's brisk, baby. Love it. But even better, there's no ice left to slip and fall on like I did before. Kitty! If you remember from that last video from up here, all this was in ice and snow. Not so much now. So I just realized that I'm still not supposed to be sucking out of a straw or anything for my oral surgery, and I've got my hydration pack with it that I have to suck on. I'm like, ooh. So far, nothing's gone wrong, I don't think. So hopefully it'll stay that way. And oh man, I realized that I actually like to hike alone. This is a populated trail, and when people are behind you yapping and being really loud, it kind of disturbs the peace of the wilderness. Man, I'm a cranky little old lady, aren't I? I'm sure on the PCT, when I'm out in the wilderness for long periods of time, I'll be happy to hear another human being's voice, though. Right now, though, here comes another pack. Oh well. It's like a scout troop right there. Just have to see how gorgeous. I climbed up on a little rock just to take all this in. There's a lizard right there. Come on, do your push-ups. Come on. Okay, fine. So I have to admit, I also brought some ashes up here from a cat. She's been gone about 1.5 years almost. And I think this is a beautiful... I still have like half of her left. I think this is a nice spot to spread some. I don't think you really get over them. I'm a big mush. I'm sorry. I will be bringing some of her ashes along with the hike next year during the thru hike, and probably spread the rest of her. So Miss Kitty will be all up and down the west coast. Oh man. So I'm past where I stopped last time when we had a lot of snow. At least I think so. We're just excuse me. It's allergies. Not. Uh-oh, tree. Wow. Let me see if I can get that shot. It doesn't look as nice on the phone as it does in person. That granite slab up there, that's awesome. Nice. Trying to think what else has been going on since I last spoke with you. Oh, Meghan and Harry. How hot of a couple is that? Wow. Can you imagine how cute the babies are going to be? I hope they're able to have a couple. I know they're both in their 30s, but come on now. Get busy. Again with these amazing shots. The beauty is just so distracting up here. Amazing. So I'm hiking along, and I thought I heard something, and I did. Actual running water down there. A stream. Nice. Man, if I had to get water, that'd be a little bit rough to get down there, but nice to know it's there. there. I think that's skunkweed. The things that look, they look almost a little cactusy right now, but they're not. In 2013, when I was up here before this far, hiking this steep, there's a field up here, I would say like a half mile or so before the campground. And the trail cuts in the middle of it. And it's on either side these really tall skunkweed. I mean, higher than my waist. And with my hiking, with my shoes on, I'm like 6 foot. Like, they're huge. I don't anticipate them being that big yet this year. It's still early in the season, but wow. I will be so happy when I see that, because that means I'm close to my goal for this day. Though I keep tripping on roots because I'm clumsy. Wow. Beautiful. So, my tooth is starting to throb a little bit. Or should I say my empty socket, where the tooth was, is starting to throb a little bit. I don't know if it's the elevation or just the constant uphill, making your heart beat faster. Because it's throbbing in time to the heartbeat. I'm like, ugh. So I took some Advil earlier. I just took a Tylenol. Well, hopefully that will help. I don't want to stop you. I'd like to make my goal. Keep trying. I keep trying to distract myself with filming and just stopping and looking all around me. That really helps. See a sign? Alright. So if I was taking the loop trail, I would stop here and take this way. But I'm actually going to go back down the same way. Just this time. Oh my gosh, I'm only 3/10 of a mile from Round Valley. Nice. Okay, this looks familiar. Some nice outhouses for you guys that can hold it. I'm okay. Better than squatting behind a rock or bush. Yes, it's a bit early. These are the skunkweeds trying to come up. This is some of them that have come up and they're starting to spread out. But those aren't very tall at all. I'm not sure if this was the little field or not. Didn't seem quite right. But later in the season they will be. Oh, here we go. Not today, just to the campground. There's another trail that goes over there. Wonder where that goes. That's another beautiful meadow out there. Nice. Judging by the amount of people, I do believe I made it. Yes, there's a lot of people up here. Some are coming down from the other campground. Those guys are heading towards Wellman Divide. Don't know if they're peaking, but sweet. I didn't know if I'd make it first try, but this is neat. I guess it shows the campsites and where the outhouses are. So there's an outhouse. This is where we're at, I'm assuming, right there. And that's an outhouse, which I believe is right there. Oh, I see somebody camping right there. So they're at, I have no idea, but that's cool. This is awesome. I had no idea this was up here. And apparently this is a glory hole. Glory hole. Somebody's mining for gold down there. I don't know. Anyway, that was not an outhouse, so it's probably a little bit deeper in, like a quarter of a mile in. That's cool. I'm whispering because I'm assuming those guys in the REI dome are still asleep. This is cool. I don't know if the campsites are posted, like so you can tell one apart from the other, but that's something for me to check out in the future. Oh, not this trip though. Now it's time to start going back down. And which is awesome because it's mostly downhill. The only bad part that I'm not looking forward to is going up the switchbacks to the tram station. Yeah, no fun. But this is nice. They've got a spigot over here that it says to filter the water, but of course you would anyways. So you've got lots of water. Just fill up your bottles, filter them. And yeah. So this is going to be my testing ground for my quilt and my gear again at some point this summer. Come on up here. And I don't know if I'm going to use it as a base camp to peak San Jacinto, or if I just want to come up early and peak San Jacinto on one long hike. We'll see. That's a little spigot. And this is the trail you would start to take up into Wellman Divide. And it's pretty steep. I think in 1 mile you go up 1,000 feet. That's no fun. This was, I would say we did 1,000 feet or close to 1,000 feet in over 2 miles, so it wasn't as bad. All right, let's start heading down. I have to laugh. I just went past a huge amount of people, like 20 hikers going up, and like a good half dozen of them said, "Hiker, hiker, hiker," and they moved over, and I'm like, "You guys have the right of way." And then they saw my shirt, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a Zelda fan! Yay, Zelda fan!" I'm like, "Yay!" You just have to give props out to the fellow geeky or nerdy hikers that like the cool stuff. It's a cotton shirt though, so I can't really wear it on the thru hike. I probably shouldn't be wearing it today, but it's alright. It's not too bad today. But when I take off my the backpack, my back is sweaty, so I'm chilled. And that's because of the cotton. So I have to say that the weather is like perfect right now. It was chilly when I first started. Sorry, sketchy footing. Now, when I'm in the sun, it feels like it's, I'd say, mid to upper 60s. In the shade, I would say lower 60s to upper 50s. Just like perfect hiking weather. Like, whew. I am going to regret going back down the hill. I think our high is upper 90s or around 100, 102 today. Nothing too terrible, but, you know, it's hot. Not hiking weather. God, these roots, I swear they keep reaching out to trip me. Alright, I better start using my poles again. I just had 2 mishaps, well, almost mishaps that could have, well, one could have ended the hike and one could have just been painful. There was back there about a quarter of a mile, not even that far, there was a few bees swarming around, and of course I flashed to mile 202 or something on the PCT. I'm like, don't panic, because there's like, it's like 2 or 3 swarming me, but I heard a lot more. So I just kept moving, didn't frantically run, and they left me alone after a little while. And then, I'm going to stop because I've got more sketchiness. I almost twisted my ankle, but because I had my trekking poles, I caught myself. So I torqued it a little bit, but I didn't twist it. I would have went down if I didn't have these. So, again, another good reason why, if you don't have hyper trekking poles, if you're clumsy and accident prone like me, do it. You can see the valley below too. It's awesome.
When you back up to the door, it's going to slide open right on your fingers.
So I did a little bit of math coming down, and I think there was a total of 6 miles. Or 5 miles. Let's say 5 miles. And it was like, basically I averaged going up and down a little bit under, almost 2 miles an hour pace. Going up, I'm slowed down by going up, period. And then coming down, there's some sketchy parts of the trail that you have to really slow down and navigate. But some of the trail is fantastic. So overall, though, I got something like, in the time that I finished, I was probably averaging between 1.8 to 2 miles an hour. That's better than I thought I would. I wanted to make the campground today. I didn't expect to, but I did. So I'm really happy. That means I'm already getting to a point where I can probably push myself and do a little bit more and get my trail legs ready for next year. Oh my gosh. Had a great time. Hope you did too. I hope it's not too long. I tend to, record too much, but can't help it. I want to show you everything. And I will see you next time. Please, if you like it, throw me a like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already for future videos. And I will see you next time.